U.S. Senator, Governor of Ohio, and Mayor of Cleveland, George Voinovich, will be laid to rest on Friday.
The family released details today about the funeral and celebration of life ceremonies. NBC4's Colleen Marshall covered Mr. Voinovich when he was at the State House and on Capitol Hill. She's at the Watch 4 alert desk with details on the funeral and a look back at a true statesman.
Well, the family has invited friends to pay tribute to George Voinovich Wednesday at the DeJohn Flynn Mylott Funeral Home in Willoughby Hills. A public tribute is scheduled for Thursday at Cleveland City Hall Rotunda, fitting because he came to prominence when he pulled that city out of default. But Voinovich wore many hats.
You know, I was a governor and I was a mayor, and I took over Cleveland when it was bankrupt, state of Ohio, $1.5 billion in debt, and I realized that unless I worked with the legislative body, we weren't going to be able to change things.
George Voinovich wasn't afraid to extend his hand across the aisle. But when I sat down with him in 2013, it was internal trouble he worried about for the GOP, what he called the Tea Party stranglehold. That the perception is that the tail is wagging the dog. And it's nice to see in the Senate and over in the House that the dog is starting to bark and realize that if this keeps going, you can forget the Republican Party. Even after leaving the U.S. Senate, Voinovich advised lawmakers on how to lead.
George was a leader. He was rock solid. Tremendous pressure, a lot of pressure put upon him to do certain things. He stayed the course. He listened to the professionals. And the other thing he did is he prayed a lot.
Voinovich lived a life of service. As governor, he had a 60% approval rating. As a senator, he worked to curb out-of-control government spending. But always, he tried to unify and compromise.
What was your secret to having a more centrist system back when you were in charge?
Maybe it sounds simple, but it's the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have them do to you. And too many people today, I think, are asking politicians, what are you against? The real question today is to ask a politician, what are you for?
George Voinovich had a great rapport with reporters, always willing to answer questions, even the tough questions. He was known as a man of great faith. He was Catholic, and Attorney General at the time, Mike DeWine, then his lieutenant governor, says when Voinovich was governor, he used to slip out of the State House to attend a noontime mass at the cathedral. He is survived by his wife of 54 years, Janet, 3 grown children, and 9 grandchildren. Ellie?